Here's what we're going to talk about today. We've got dialogue for open houses to help us convert them better, and then dialogue for sale by owners. And for those of you who don't know, Mark, he's my co-host for all these free coaching calls. If you're interested in coaching with us deeper for real estate, we'll drop the link somewhere in there at some time. I always forget. Somebody will do it. And then we've got our special guest today, Dale, who's a master dialogue / script person, has a whole coaching company for ISAs too. So it's called Smart Inside Sales. Is that what it is?
Yep.
Oh, see,
yeah. Our course is called Conversion University, and actually it's available to the video modules are available to all Follow Up Boss users in their system.
Dude. I love it. Well, look, in between one of us talking, dump your link in there. I hope people know more about you. I'm going to go to Mark first on this one. We're going to just start off like if I'm walking through an open house. Dale, right after, I'm going to go to you, okay? I'm going to try to do the least amount of talking because I'm still coughing from COVID. But I'm expecting both of you to impress me or I'm going to be pissed off. Mark, you're first.
Awesome. Cool.
So I'm just walking by. I'm like, this is an amazing open house. Hey, whoa, look at this. Do you have any Coke with coffee by any chance?
Yeah, I do. It's Coke Zero because Tristan, my business partner, says we can't have 24 grams of sugar in one sitting.
Okay, makes sense.
But anyways, so they come through. Typically, what I like to do, I like to start off with just saying hello and introducing myself. Hey, I'm Mark. I'm actually hosting the open house. Or if I'm the listing agent, I like to take this opportunity to identify, hey, I'm the listing agent here for the property. Thanks for coming by. And then I like to ask something along the lines of, do you live in the neighborhood or are you coming from out of the area, right?
Yeah, let's just play it out, and then we'll have Dale do the same thing. I'm just not far. I'm actually a neighbor. I'm about 3 streets over. I just wanted to see how this floor plan was different to mine.
Nice, awesome. And how does it compare so far from what you see?
This is a lot more open. I hadn't seen this model before like this, so I like it. It gives me some ideas for mine.
Yeah, fantastic. Actually, the owner actually just opened this up last year during the pandemic. They were sitting at home and they wanted to open up a bit of the property. So maybe that's why it actually probably looks similar to yours. Or is yours the Dale floor plan?
Yeah, I'm not familiar with the names, but I'm gonna walk through it and then I'll let you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Please feel free to walk through. Right. So then at this point, I let them walk through a little bit. I don't actually ask them to sign in at this point. I know some people do.
Do you follow them? Do you follow them like next to them and kind of like point out things?
I don't follow them closely the whole time. What I like to do is I like to check in with them periodically through about each segment of the house. So let's say, for example, you walked in, you went to the kitchen. I might let you kind of mess around in the kitchen for a little bit. Let's say you go over to the living room. I'll meet you in the living room and say, what do you think about the kitchen? Mention something about that. Mention if they're a neighbor, how does it look in comparison to yours in terms of the layout, right? So let's jump back into the script. Let's say we meet back up. So Tristan, you mentioned that you live close by. How long have you lived in the neighborhood?
I've been here for 7 years. We came in from Los Angeles, moved to Ventura County, so we like
nice. That's fantastic. And so what do you think about the neighborhood?
I like it. It's quiet. So our kids love it. Schools are great. So we love it. We're not going anywhere.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, I wouldn't either, right? If I lived here. The neighbors actually wouldn't leave either, but they have their grandkids over in Georgia. But why'd you move from Los Angeles? Is it for work or?
No, we just wanted to be further out. It was just getting too congested in LA.
Yeah, no, I understand. Well, you picked definitely a wonderful neighborhood. So you think you'll probably stay here forever?
Yeah, I mean, forever is too long. I don't know. Depends. Yeah. We're always looking.
Yeah, absolutely. You're thinking about possibly renovating your kitchen, yes?
Yeah, we wanted to see what the possibilities were. That's why we always love coming to open houses. Maybe we get an idea for a bedroom or the backyard or something, So where will you consider looky-loo? So, you don't have to,
I love looky-loos. I look too.
You don't have to follow up with us. You don't have to follow up.
Oh, no worries. No worries at all. Yeah, I love looking too. Actually, I was just looking in Malibu the other day. If I was to sell and move, I would actually go to Malibu probably.
Nice. Yeah. Us too, probably. Well, that's a whole different story. Of course, I would too.
Yeah. I mean, if you weren't to stay here forever and you were to move somewhere, where would you go?
It's too far down the line. I think for now we're probably going to stay here.
Yeah, no, I totally understand. Absolutely. Well, Tristan, look, I know you said you're going to update your property a bit and kind of do some renovations. Would love to maybe connect you with a couple of vendors that I know and that I trust and that I've sent to my clients before. They give really good prices, and I don't know, maybe they can get a bid for you and see if they can help save you some money for your renovations, whether you stay there or you sell.
Sure, I'll take a recommendation of
Yeah.
a good handyman or something along the lines of remodeling. You never know.
Yeah, absolutely. I got a handyman's, contractors, whatever you need. What's the best phone number for you? And I'll text it over to you after the open house.
1111111.
That's not your number. I'm just kidding. Awesome. Well, thanks, Tristan. I'm gonna go ahead and send that over to you. And then also, would you like to know a bit about the open house whenever we like kind of go into escrow and kind of some inside information?
That I would know. I'd love to know that information because I'd want to know where prices are going because I'm hearing prices are dropping a lot. So
Yeah. It varies too. It varies. But one thing I would love to do is I'd love to show you what's kind of going on in your neighborhood, right? Because it's kind of different, varies between each city and location and prices.
I'd like to know. Send me some stuff.
Yeah, of course, absolutely. All right, and I'll let you know too as well if we have any leftover buyers. I know you're not moving anytime soon, but hey, if there's someone that wants to pay an outrageous amount for your house, would you like to know about that?
Sure, why not?
Awesome. All right, Tristan, well, I got your number here. I'll text you with those contractors' numbers whenever we're done here. Okay.
Thanks.
Cool.
I'll tell you how I felt. I felt a little like you were trying to fit in as many opportunities to convert me as possible. And at some point I felt like it was for me, it was a little too much. Like I was just saying okay to you at some point.
Yeah.
But I liked your questions, especially when you said, do you want to know how much we end up selling this for? That's important to me. Right? Because what we're hearing right now in the news is prices are dropping, and I want to know how much. Right? Is it going to affect me? All right.
Yeah,
so
Mark, that would have been a great segue right into you putting them onto a HomeBot or a something else, right? Like a snapshot. Basically, that's the thing. Hey, man, I can email that over to you. I can add you on there and just keep you up to date on what's selling in the neighborhood, right? It's pretty much, I think the only other thing that you could have done is you could have asked him, hey, do you guys happen to invest in real estate? Do you have any rentals, or have you thought about doing that? That'd be about the only other play that you have there. Only because it's so explicit about, just walking through other people's houses.
Okay.
And then maybe playing into the prices dropping. If it's like a big objection or a concern, then maybe it could be good to add to a portfolio of investor if the prices are dropping so much to where you might think it's worth it.
Yeah. Yep. I think at that point you got a neighbor who walks through. You're chatting them up. You did a good job. He has no intention of moving anytime soon. The fallback position is get him into your database. Maybe see if he has any intent to invest. If not, he's just going to become a nurture, or he's going to be in your farm. You know what I mean? Where you're dripping on him until he's got a need or wants to refer you.
That's it. Yeah. Mark, I went a little harder on you. Not as easy.
No, it's good. It's good. One thing I want to say too to everyone listening is also too, like one thing that I was mentioning that I think everyone should take away is providing value, and that's giving them something that has nothing to even do with you, i.e. a contractor. You're not going to get paid for that.
A great move.
Giving them something at least of value. So it's like, hey, I'm not here just to sell you. I'm here to help you out.
That was the other part I was about to say. That was very valuable at that point. It sets you apart from everyone else because you were listening. And you're saying, look, I don't care if you're going to buy or sell, but let me connect you to somebody that I know that does a great job with remodels. All right, Dale, I'm going to run the same thing with you, but this time I do want to buy, but I already have an agent. I have an agent. Okay.
All right. So here's what I want to say. You don't reveal that to me. What's going to happen is you're going to come in. I'm going to do my beginning part. You're going to walk the house. You don't reveal that you have an agent until I start chatting you up. Okay.
Yeah. Got you.
Right,
got you.
Cool.
And Rick, this is why answering Rick's question. Rick, yes, for some people, yes, and some people, no. It's going to really depend on the actual feeling of that conversation, how it goes. That's why I brought in Dale this time as well, so we can see two takes. Dale, here we go. Let's play it out. You're greeting me at the door. All
You
right.
walk in the door, right?
Yep.
Hey, come on in. Welcome. Are you a neighbor or are you potentially looking to purchase?
Oh, I've already got an agent. I'm
Well, you
just
weren't
coming
supposed to tell me
in.
that yet. You
Oh
weren't supposed to tell me
shit.
that yet.
Well,
Don't
I
tell me that yet.
failed. Okay,
Don't
restart.
tell me that yet. Yeah.
I failed.
Hey, come on in. Welcome, welcome. So, welcome to check out the home. Are you guys neighbors or are you actively looking to purchase?
Uh, we're looking to buy something, but right now we're just looking.
Okay, fantastic. Well, listen, I want you to come in, take a look at the home, and the sellers have asked me to give them specific feedback, if they will, from each person who walks through here. So I want you to take a look on your own, check out the home. Would you be willing to stop and talk with me on the way out just to give me the feedback for the sellers?
Yeah, sure, we could do that.
Excellent, wonderful. I want to break role play and tell everybody why I'm doing that. If I'm
Sure.
running an open house and I got more than one party in there, two, three, four, sometimes people try to slip out the door without telling you something, right? Without stopping and talking to you. So now I've just gotten this person to tell me that they will stop and talk to me. If it's a super busy one too, I might add this. Hey, fantastic. I really appreciate that. Listen, if I'm talking to somebody else, just hang out for a few minutes and I'll get to you. It's super important to the sellers, okay?
Yeah. Okay, got you.
Good. All right. Now you've been programmed. So you're going to go take a look around. You're coming back through. Hey, so what did you think?
It's nice. We feel it's a little too small for us, but they've done a great job fixing it up and getting it ready for sale. I don't see why you won't sell it for the price.
Oh, fantastic. Great. So is there anything that you would change about it? I mean, other than it being small?
Uh, we felt that there was no bathroom, no full bathroom downstairs, so
Okay.
we always think that that's needed. But you know, other than that, the backyard, the neighbors kind of look into the backyard,
Hmm.
but some of the trees are blocking it. So I think it like I said, we think it's okay. It's
Got
not
it.
for us,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
it's okay.
Okay. No, totally get that. I would definitely take all that into consideration. I really appreciate that feedback for the sellers. Let me ask you this. If you thought about it's a little too small, looks over the neighbors, we take all those factors into consideration, how much would you offer for this property?
If I was going to buy this property minus those two things, geez, probably. I mean, I don't know how homes are valued, but I would just say 20,000 less.
Okay. Listen, crazy idea. Would you want to maybe write that up and put it in front of the sellers and see if they'll go for it? Or is this house really just not going to work for you?
I don't know. I'd have to talk about it, and this is where I have to tell you I have an agent. I'd have
Okay.
to talk about it with my real estate agent
Oh,
first.
oh, you have an agent?
Yeah, I mean he's taken us out to go see a couple of homes, and
Okay.
so we're just kind of out about on Sunday taking a look at homes just to see if maybe he didn't send us something we liked.
That makes a lot of sense. Are you committed to working with that agent?
Um, I don't know how it typically works, but we've only seen homes with him.
Okay. Well, typically you would either select an agent that you're just going to work with once you found one that's a really great fit for you and can really, help you find the perfect property in this market and potentially even get you a deal. But let me ask you this, most importantly, have you signed anything with that agent yet?
Like a contract saying he's going to
Yeah.
be my agent.
Yep.
No, I don't think we have. No.
Okay, got it. One last question for you. Of that agent that you're working with, is there any specific benefit or advantage to you of using that agent over any other agent in the market?
Well, I've known him for a while, so other than that, um, just the relationship probably.
Okay. I'm going to break role play, everybody. Do you want me to close you on working with me?
I'd like to see that. Yeah, I'd like to
Okay.
because right now, here's what I'm feeling. Okay,
Go for
as the client, I'm feeling a little guilty. Like you're making me think about this relationship that I may or may not have, and now you're having me question, is it right that I even think about using another agent? So that's what I'm thinking of right now.
it. Okay. Got it. So I want to tell everybody what's going to happen now. I got down to what the benefit is to Tristan about using that agent, right? He
Mhm.
knows him, right? You say we know him, so you're comfortable with him. It's a relationship. And so far, you've been working with him and you're happy with him. Full disclosure, everybody, I would not try to take this piece of business. I would let it go. I'd wish him luck. I'd say, hey, man, if it doesn't work out for you, please let me know. I might even give him my business card in case things don't work out. But real Dale, in real life, wouldn't try to pursue this piece of business. If you want me to teach you how to try and close somebody based on what they've said to you, then I'm going to do that right now. Got it, Tristan. Hey, well, listen, I'm really happy that you have somebody you know and you like, and you guys are working well together. I mean, that's super important when you have an agent represent you. And, all of our clients definitely report back that, we start out as a business relationship, and then by the time we get through this whole process, they really feel like more friends with us than business associates. And that's super important to us, right? We really value that.
That makes sense.
And so, if you're still open to considering the agent that you want to use to help you get through this process and potentially find that perfect home and get a good deal in this market, I would love to apply for that job also if you'd be interested in having a conversation with me outside of this open house. Is that something you'd be open to?
I mean, you can send me your information, or maybe send me some properties that maybe my agent hasn't or doesn't have access to. And
okay, yeah, we can absolutely do that.
Yeah, maybe if you're sending me stuff that he's not sending me, I'd be like, oh, you know what? Maybe we'll go out to see some homes with Dale, right? Who knows?
Okay. All right. So now listen, everybody, this is a business decision. I don't want to work with this guy typically if it's just going to be a send me a property and I'll go work with you too. So and again, we already established that real life Dale wouldn't chase this guy down. I'm doing it now just for demonstration purposes.
Yeah.
But let's say you said that to me, right?
Yep.
I'd say, oh, hey, fantastic. I'm sorry. What's your first name?
Tristan.
Tristan. I'm Dale. Let me do this, Tristan. Let me text you my info. That way we can get connected and I can send you properties. What's your cell phone number?
Got it. And then I put 1111111.
I'm texting you. I can't text 111. I'm going to text you. Yeah. I have my phone out. I'm texting you. What's your number? I'm texting you.
That's a good way of doing it right there too. If you were going to pursue this one.
If I was going to pursue it.
Dale, on that, because Mark has a really good one too. On those people that are that we're sensing that are not telling us the truth, where they just say, I've got an agent, just to push us away, because that happens often, and some people don't have agents at all. Mm-hmm. And so there are cases where we probe a little bit, and what we do in our area, Mark has a really good line where he says at the open house, hey, look, we have a brokerage of about 300 plus agents. And because of that, we get a lot of homes that are being remodeled or sometimes aren't on the MLS yet. And we have access to some of those a day before they go on, or sometimes something's being remodeled and we can say, hey, look, something may come up here. We don't know. But do you want to be part of that list where we send you homes that are maybe not on the market yet? And they're like, yeah, definitely. So that works really, really well for us, and then allows us to connect with them deeper at a later time, maybe a day later, 2 days later, 3 days later. And then when we have the conversation, they're like, no, I have an agent that sends me emails, and then that's when it really comes out. So that's what happens a lot to us. Alex, same thing with Alex here. Happens to me all the time. Very true, Alex. I think more than half the time, people say, we've got an agent. They know that a lot of agents just push back and be like, hey, have a good day. Thank you. Right?
Yeah. So I went through the 4-step process of dealing with I have an agent, because what we didn't get to is where I was going to ask you to come look at houses with me this week. Because you hit me with I have an agent, then I went straight into dealing with I have an agent. I'd be interested to see if you guys roll through that process, paraphrase, committed, signed, and benefit, if somebody really held on to that fake story about having an agent.
If we went through that, no. Yeah, I agree.
They're going to break. They would break around paraphrase, right? That's when they start to waffle. Oh, you have an agent you're working with? Well, there's a guy who's sending me properties. And I'd be like, great. Now I finished my discovery with you and I asked you to go see houses with me this week. I don't even mention agent again.
Yeah, I like that. And Amy brings up a good point. And we've done this before where we're sitting and you're like, Dale's like, I've got an agent. We're like, oh, awesome. What's his name? What's his or her name? I know like most everybody. I've been in the business for 20 years. And they'll be like, what's his name? at that point, it's like, yeah, they don't. And I don't push them. I don't want to make them look like an idiot. Then I get their information anyway.
Yeah.
Interesting.
If they can't name their agent, they don't have an agent.
A really, really good point. I like that, Amy. Good job on reminding me on that one.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Unless it's their spouse who actually has the agent, because that could happen, right? So, spouse has been talking to this agent, is going back and forth with the agent. I'm that spouse who doesn't pay a lot of attention to things, but I do know that we have some kind of agent somewhere, and I can't name them. But I'm going to have more of a story around that, or more of an awareness around it, at least.
Got it. All right. Let's shoot. That went through 23 minutes of open house. I love. Well, let's go through some objections here, because the main reason we wanted to do open houses is to get a higher conversion. How do we close better at the end? Mark, I'm going to go to you. How would you close better towards the end so we can get people's information so we can follow up with them and hopefully get a transaction?
Sure. So if you're not doing a sign-in sheet, or if you are doing a sign-in sheet and they're leaving you fake information or whatever it may be, one thing I really, really, really like to do is I like to, again, I'll say it again, provide value. And that goes along the lines of something like, hey, Tristan, so what do you think about the house? What do you think about this property?
It was okay. No.
Yeah, sure. Not the right house for you.
No.
Got it. What's missing with this property that you're looking for?
We were hoping for a bedroom downstairs, but all of them were upstairs.
Got it. No, I totally makes sense. I absolutely understand. How about like the size of the home and the layout and the location and the price?
Yeah, layout was great. Price was right on. That's why we jumped in. We're like, maybe we could, and they're like, no. It's after seeing it, it just wouldn't work.
Have to have a bedroom downstairs, right?
Yeah.
So if I were to find you a property that's similar to this, similar price, with a bedroom downstairs, would that be something that you're most interested in?
I'd be interested in looking what you got, but look, I'm on Redfin every day, so
Right.
I don't know that you have things that Redfin doesn't have. Do you?
Hey, I'm guilty as charged. I use Redfin too sometimes. Yeah, I get it.
There you go.
Get it.
All
But
right.
to answer your question, yes, I do. I do have properties that actually aren't even on the market yet. I
Okay.
actually coach about 60 agents at my office, and I get all of their listings before it even gets signed. So I know exactly what's coming up before it even comes up. And also in my office, we have about 350 agents total. So there's also those agents as well as myself. So would you like possibly some properties that are off market?
Yeah. Look, if you've got something that I haven't seen, I'm interested.
Okay, great, fantastic. So what I need from you is just your cell phone number, your email, and I can blast you with those lists whenever they come up, and would love to show you properties that are both on.
Boom,
and
boom,
off the
boom,
market.
boom. Good. I'll speed through that. That's perfect.
So what I
Alex,
do, wait, real
hold
quick.
on. Okay, go.
What one thing I love to do though is I love to still send them homes that are on the market or that are coming soon.
Yeah.
And I like to say, like, just in case you missed this, wanted to send this to you. I thought about you after what you said about the open house about having a bedroom.
Yes. Ooh, I got a hack on that. Alex, how to get the appointment. What we're trying to do first, and I know Dale will answer this, is Dale always says, follow. What do you say, Dale? Follow the no? Follow the no? Yeah, follow the no. And if you're going for the appointment from the very beginning, you're going to miss following the no, and you're going to screw up. So what I want you to do is pay attention to what they're saying so that you can connect with them first, and the appointment comes after you truly connect with them if they're interested. What I want to follow up with Mark, and then I'll go to you, Dale, is one thing that stands out after on the follow-up that makes a big difference is very, very similar to what Mark said. We go into our property search, regular MLS, and I say, hey, I found this one property that I think you'll like based on what we talked about. Now, in the email I put, look, I'm not sure if this is the exact one that you'll love, but tell me what I'm missing, because what I'm doing here is I'm narrowing it down. I don't want to spam you with a whole bunch of stuff that you don't want to see, but I think I've got it down and this one's it. And then they'll come back to you and say, hey, you're missing this, this you got, and that's what you want. You want them to get comfortable telling you by email back and forth saying, no, yes, right? And that's very key. Great job, Mark. All right, Dale, closing, converting.
Yeah,
at
so
the end. What does that look like?
Here's a couple things that I would change up there. I would definitely do the property search as he talked about, right? So you come back out. We already talked about it. I tried to see if we could get you to make an offer on this property.
I like
We're
that.
gonna
I like that, by the way. That was really good.
Thanks. And Mark, I would do what you did with the property search, right? Hey, Tristan, would you like some access to some additional properties that you haven't seen, maybe that you can't find on the internet? Is that something you'd like me to send you?
Yeah, I love that.
Okay, fantastic. So, Tristan, have you been through a lot of homes, or are you really just kind of getting started and mostly looking online?
I've mostly been looking on realtor.com.
Okay, got it. Well, listen, man, what I can tell you is from my own personal experience of buying properties and even renting properties, like renting them for myself, sometimes the pictures are really misleading and you actually have to walk through them to experience them and decide whether they work for you or not. So
That's
here's
true.
what I'll do. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna look through the list of properties that you may not have seen, that you couldn't find on the internet, that might not even be posted there. If I can find something or a couple properties that you think we could even just walk through and test out, would you be able to go with me either this week or this weekend, right, to go check them out?
If you find yeah, I guess if you find the right home, we definitely would do it. I mean, we're here out doing the same thing, but we're doing it by
Yeah.
ourselves, right? So yeah, why not?
Right. Yeah, I could totally help you with that, man. Listen, I know how it is. It gets a little bit exhausting. We'll narrow down the list. We'll pull some stuff that you haven't walked through. We'll test it on, we'll test drive it, see what you think. That way, I have a much better idea when I'm hunting and pecking out there for properties to try to find you that one perfect thing. I'm going to have a much better idea of whether or not it'll work for you.
I like that. I like the correlation that the analogy, test driving, subliminal message, make me feel comfortable with a process that already exists. Kind of like, yeah, I like that. I like what you did there. Good
Thank
play
you,
on
sir.
words, Dale. I like
Thank
that.
you.
Oh,
Thank
I'll
you.
say yes to that. Now what happens after?
Well, then I go back to the office, send you some properties, and then I try to see if you want to go out on Wednesday or Thursday of this week, or if Saturday would work better for you. I'm going to book showing appointments with you.
Perfect. I got one for you here. I've got one for you there. All right.
Right. We're
Notice
going to go
too.
window shopping together in real
Perfect.
life. IRL, baby.
I like IRL.
In real life.
In real life. Ooh, I like that.
Come on,
All
bro.
right.
You're a gamer.
Dude, come
IRL.
on. I don't
IRL.
all I know is be right back,
LOL.
okay? Because I have to go get a drink or I have to go pee while I'm gaming. Okay, that's all I remember. All right. Here's one thing that you're going to forget, and it's the most important piece to everything. It's the follow-up. You could do open houses, you could text one time, you can email one time, call, whatever you want, same day, the day after. But if you don't do it routinely and you don't follow up consistently, then you're just doing an open house just to waste your time. You know how many people we talk to that just have an open house, follow up one time, and it's like, oh, open houses suck. It's the same way you're treating online leads, expireds, for sale by owners, past clients. It's the same damn story. You have to have a process and you have to follow up with all of your open house leads. Remember that. All right. Buster Levin, Crypto Talk. I love there you, oh, that's funny. That's funny in real life. Crypto Talk. Alex, you got that. You got that, bro. The sauce is in the follow-up. And look, I think we finally put up a link to our coaching. Is that right? I forgot we had coaching. Mark, there's our link, abrillianttribe.com. Shit, we always wait till like the very end. All right, team, we got to do a better job of putting that somewhere in the middle, maybe every 5 minutes. Dale, how the hell do people get a hold of you if they have questions for you?
Dale at smartinsidesales.com. So obviously the website is Smart Inside Sales Conversion University. You can find out all about it there. And if you are a Follow Up Boss user, if you're the client or on a team that uses Follow Up Boss, you have access to our 9-module video training course, the video portion of Conversion U. It's right on their platform. You go to the top right corner, click the question mark, go to Follow Up Boss Academy. You can find Conversion U right in there. $0 out of your pocket.
I love that. All right, there you go. Dale, and his last name, you pronounce it Archdekin. Remember, it's so easy. Archdekin. Sounds like a superhero, Archdekin.
Do we have a call with Dale tomorrow?
We might. Dale, I think our team's going in and listening to you.
So there you go. Webinar tomorrow? Maybe
I don't even know what we're
Friday?
doing.
I don't even know anymore.
I'm just recovering from COVID. Okay, I have no. I just.
Who are you people?
Cindy, do you have a follow-up process with past clients? We do. We have the whole process. Listen, reach out to us through abrillianttribe.com. And if I don't get back to you, somebody on the team will, and I'll put up the link there. And if you have questions about Dale, let me just dump it in right there. I can connect you to Dale as well. You can always reach out to me. Mark, how do people follow you?
You can follow me on Facebook or Instagram. I will plug in my handle right now. It's Sir Marcus. There it is. Boom.
All right, everybody. See you. Do me a favor. It's the same damn time every week, Tuesday, 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern, for about 30 minutes. We usually start 3 minutes late. Yes, Brian is right. We start about 3 minutes late.
We also go 4 minutes over.
Well, I mean, four minutes over. So we make up for it. We make up for it. And we're always talking about real estate, how to help you for free coaching. We got Dale this time. We're probably going to bring him back. So thank you, everybody. Appreciate it, everybody.